been to Good Neighbor? Friggin' hole. Ghouls and chemheads all over.
Officer?
Yeah, it's true. I got shot in the ass last year. Long story. Hope you didn't run into any trouble getting here. That bridge across the river? Super mutants use it as an ambush point.
Hey, officer.
A beer in my slippers after this shift. That's all I ask. Now a swatter, that's a real weapon. Talk to Mo Cronin. He'll fix you up.
My friends say outsiders smell, but you don't smell at all.
But Dad says not to talk to strangers.
You keep looking at me like that, I'm gonna start thinking you're a synth.
Officer?
Nice piece you got there. Just keep it holstered. I'm telling you, it ain't just a story. University Point, that settlement on the coast, wiped out by synths. No funny business.
Hey, officer.
You look a little roughed up. Should talk to Doc Crocker over at the Mega Surgery Center.
Shopping at night? Diamond City Surplus is always open.
Time for a pop quiz, everyone.
Ain't you a little old to be in school?
We had a pop quiz yesterday.
And
Officer.
we've learned a lot
need a
since
haircut.
then,
Dr.
so
John
we're
at the
going to
Super Salon.
reinforce that knowledge with a little quiz.
But I'm tired.
That's right. I
Detecting
take
a high
night
degree of
classes.
fatigue in all our little scholars. Perhaps the quiz can wait?
All right, you guys win. We'll do the quiz later.
Yes!
You the traveler. Sorry, you're in the wrong place. This is a school, not a store.
Sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt.
It's fine. We just get a lot of people from the market barreling through here by accident, and it's hard to keep the children's attention. This is a public building, though, so feel free to look around.
Miss Edna, do robots have families?
Hey, Mr.
All
Zawicki.
of the children
I'm
who
quite
come here are
busy
like
with the
family
students,
to me.
but feel free to look around
I'm so
on your own.
happy seeing you all grow and learn year after year. What about
I'm
Mr.
teaching.
Zawicki?
Excuse
Is he
me?
like family too? Like a husband? I am, well...
Mr.
we are
Zawicki.
colleagues.
Just
We
don't
spend
disrupt
a lot of
the
time
class.
together, yes? Ah, a new scholar come to join us. Let's test your math skills. What is 12 times 15?
Edna.
Time for a quiz. What is 12 times 15?
Sounds like Brotherhood of Steel. And, they're still around in the capital. I mean, I guess there was some sort of fight.
Is it 180?
That's right. I see your parents raise you with a respect for your education. Family. It is important, yes? This thing called love, I hear the children talk about. I think they need that to learn.
That makes sense, right? They like technology, gadgets.
A child needs all the love you can give them.
Oh, please do not get upset. Why is it when I talk about these things there are always tears? I have one more question before you leave. It's not another quiz. I don't get to talk to many adults. This love I hear about, do you think you can have it for someone, even if the two of you are very, very different?
If you love someone, hold on to them. Tomorrow you might not have the chance.
Thank you. You have helped me make up my mind about something.
Miss Reich, your math scores this year have been excellent.
I know that.
You
Hey.
really should consider
You're one of
taking
those people who
science.
lives underground.
I
Piper.
don't know.
You sure managed
I'd
to
rather
find
be
your
a
fair share of
security
trouble,
officer.
don't you?
That way I can hit people who deserve it.
That's, well, I suppose enthusiasm is a good trait to have for security. But I really want you to keep the Science Center in mind.
It
You can
usually
have
finds
just as
me.
much fun
Hey, I'm
discovering
not one to judge. Honestly, it's just nice to not be doing it alone for a change. In my line of work, things tend to get pretty hairy. I've been shot at, poisoned, nearly executed. Heck, until recently they called the lockup in Diamond City the Piper Suite. Anything for a story, I suppose.
You've led an exciting life.
Sure have. But honestly, now that I'm out here with you, I feel like I'm just getting started. Getting in trouble is what folks like us do. I mean, you and I are out here putting ourselves at risk so people in the Commonwealth can have a chance at a better life. Not for praise or reward or glory, but because it's right. I just wanted to let you know. I'm real happy to be along for the ride.
I'm glad you're here too, Piper.
Thanks, Blue. That means a lot coming from you. So, you want to get out of here?
Do you need any help with your assignment?
Hey,
No,
What
I
you
think
got?
I got it.
Hungry?
All right. But
These
don't
always
strain
keep me
yourself.
going.
You should always feel free to
I
ask
think we ought to
questions.
go our separate ways.
Suppose I'll head home then. But if you decide you want to get in some more trouble, you know where to find me.
Mr. Everett, I want to talk to you about your essay on the
Hey,
history
Piper.
of Diamond
Heading my
City.
way?
I'm really sorry I was late. It's just my cat was sick, and then Everett stole my pencil, and...
Heading my
I
way?
wanted to say you did a good job. Very clear. Well researched.
Oh.
Sure, let's go.
Thanks.
Will do.
Now, please focus on managing your time. You do great work when you actually
Hey.
finish it.
Hey, Piper.
Lovely
All
day for
right.
learning, isn't it,
Out
Mr.
with it.
Zawicki?
Yes, of course. I'm
Heads
glad
up.
you're here.
Got something for me?
You are?
What I meant was, it'd be impossible to handle all
I
the
just
kids
wanted to
by
check in,
myself.
make sure things were all right between us.
Well, it's awful nice to be traveling with someone who's got their head on straight.
Right.
So,
Thank
I'd say I'm good.
Your thoughts?
I needed a trip like this. Thanks for letting me tag along, Blue.
Your thoughts?
Hard to believe I'm roaming with my own pre-war relic.
Nothing else for now.
All right.
I need to talk to you about this writing assignment, Mr. Wallace.
It's great,
been to Good
isn't it?
Neighbor?
I'm thinking
Friggin'
next
hole.
time, Super Mutant
Ghouls,
Joe
chemheads
grows a
all
second head, and they start arguing with each other.
You were supposed to write a report.
There we go.
Identifying
I'd
the
brought
different
something to
animals
peruse
of the
myself.
Commonwealth. There's not one mention of Brahmin, radstags, or even Mirelurks in here.
Oh, a Mirelurk. That would be a great villain for the next chapter. Super Mutant Joe versus the Fish King.
Well, I suppose part of teaching is about encouraging creativity.
Who can tell me? If Henry and Sally had 4 mute fruits and they got
They
them
say
all
the old
up
Boston
into 4
Commons
slices
got some
each,
crazy
how
bird
many
living in it.
slices would they have?
Something.
16. That's easy.
Hey, officer.
Read that
What
interview
if
you gave.
Henry and Sally
Thing you
had
said at the
20
end?
slices,
About having
but
hope?
they only cut each mute
Good
fruit
on you.
4 times. How many mute fruits did they start with?
You know that
Come
radiation
here
is
too.
why Brahmin
They
have
started
2
with
heads?
20.
Mr. Zawicki.
You
Divide
won't
by
find a
4.
better school
5.
anywhere.
They had
Not
5.
that there's
Very
much
good.
competition.
Mr. Zawicki is the teacher here. Isn't he wonderful? I mean, knowledgeable?
Hey, Edna.
Oh, don't mind me. I can be so clumsy with my retractable fingers. Now, who can count to 3?
You won't find a better school anywhere. Not that there's...
Mr. Zawicki is training me to teach some classes on my own, but I prefer when he's here. Oh, Mr. Zawicki, you look so tired. Perhaps you should take the day off.
And leave you here
Edna.
alone
Don't
with the
forget to
students?
keep up on your reading.
I wouldn't do
There's
that to
always
you.
something new to learn.
You're... You're worrying too much.
Hey, you that trader? Up from Quincy? You sell any... ointment? I got me this itch.
Officer?
You need something, Scaver? Word of advice? Never call your mother a synth unless she really is one. Yikes. You cause trouble, there's gonna be trouble. Got it?
Hey, officer.
Hey, no shame in taking the occasional chem. Solomon can hook you up.
Someone there? Sean, what is it? Where'd you go? Huh? Gonna find you.
Ah, look at that Commonwealth sky. Never thought anything so naturally ominous could end up looking so inviting. Thanks for getting me out. How did you know where to find me, anyway? Not many people knew where I went.
I have my ways.
Really? Huh. Well, I'm glad those ways included shooting down mobsters. Wasn't looking forward to haunting that place. Now, you mentioned something about your son, Sean, and how he went missing. I want you to come to my office in Diamond City. Give me all the details. Besides, I think you've earned a chance to sit down and clear your head.
Lead the way, Nick.
All right, let's move fast. Follow me. traveling in the Commonwealth as long as I have, you learn a few things. These old buildings and alleyways give you a lot of opportunities to hide if things get bad, but that goes both ways. Always keep your eyes out and your head on a swivel. Things can go from calm to deadly in a heartbeat. Diamond City is as close to safe as you can get in these parts. Security keeps the perimeter under control, but it's always a struggle. Despite the mayor's bragging, it really is the most secure settlement around, even if it comes with a few uptight guards.
Diamond City Surplus is where you can sell all those scraps you scavenged.
Hey, Valentine.
Let's get to my office. We'll go over your case there. Don't worry. Once we get to my office, your case is my top concern. Let's talk when we get to my office. Let's talk when we get to my office.
Nick.
Don't worry. Once we get to my office, your case is my top concern.
You came from across the Charles? Long hike.
Head on inside.
Hey, Valentine.
Let's get to my office. We'll go over your case there.
Read the paper, mister. Trust me.
My dear, you're perfect. I only wish I had realized that.
You heard about that settlement? Covenant? Nice. Real clean. Strict
Around
entrance.
here, we call your haircut the Scav Special. Little flecks of blood, give it the personal touch. You should think about getting a trim.
What are my options?
You name it. Shaves, long cuts, short cuts, braids, layering. Be easier just to show you. Got an empty chair right here.
Sure.
All right, take a seat.
I need to take care of something. Real quick.
You helped me make a very big decision. Thank you. I think this love.
Hey, you're that vault dweller from the paper. What, you lost? I ain't a tour guide. Yeah? Don't talk to me. Might attract someone's attention. Don't know you, Scabbard.
We give thanks to the wall. What a
Sim
joke.
3 shopping, right here.
On this side. The other side.
Hey there.
Whatever it is, leave me out of it.
Busy here?
Good luck getting that paint.
You can't shop here. Diamond City Surplus does not sell sense. No, sure. You might think you're human. That's just because the Institute has programmed you that way. Look at that nose of yours. It's not a human nose.
You know what? I'm just gonna shop somewhere else.
Hey there.
Keep walking.
Buy and sell everything. Everywhere. Except Zip.
Ellie? Are you here?
Nick? Oh, God. It's really you.
Well, it's hard to mistake this mug for anyone else.
You keep laughing at death. Someday, death's gonna laugh back.
Not as long as I got a few friends to back me up.
You saved Nick, this agency, and my job. Thank you.
About my reward.
I always gotta ruin the moment with money talk. Here, I know an amount wasn't on the table when you went out to find him, but you deserve a reward. Plus a little something extra. You know, if you're looking for work and don't mind putting on the detective hat, Nick sure could use a new partner.
Whoa. One case at a time, Ellie. Our new friend needs our help first. All right, let's get down to business. Take a seat. Make yourself comfortable.
Ms. Perkins.
Always a trail to be followed. Nick's not the type to turn someone away, but he's only one person. So sometimes things just pile up.
When you're trying to find someone who's gone missing, the devil is in the details. Tell me everything you can, no matter how painful it might be.
We were in a vault when it happened. Vault 111. It was some kind of cryo facility.
You were on ice, huh? More importantly, you were underground, sealed up. It's a lot of obstacles to get through just to take one person. What else can you tell me?
My wife was murdered. She was trying to keep them from taking Sean, and they just...
It's okay. You don't need to say anything more.
So, we're talking about a group of cold-hearted killers, but they waited until something went wrong to resort to violence. Anything else you remember?
There was a man and a woman. They didn't say much, but I remember they called me the backup.
So we're talking a small team. Professionals. The kind that know to keep their lips tight when they're on the job. Not sure what the backup means, though. Anything else you remember?
We're looking for my son, Sean. He's less than a year old. Why would anyone take him?
Good question. Why your family in particular? And why an infant? Someone would be taking on all of his care, and a baby needs a lot of it. Well, that confirms it. This isn't a random kidnapping. Whoever took your kid had an agenda. There's a lot of groups in the Commonwealth that take people. Raiders, super mutants, the Gunners, and of course there's the Institute.
Who are the Gunners?
High-end mercenaries. No job too brutal. They're in the running as likely suspects. They wouldn't be the ones pulling the strings.
Wait. Super mutants? What are they?
Big, green, muscles on muscles. In other words, hard to miss. I think we can safely rule them out.
So you think this Institute is responsible?
Well, they're the boogeymen of the Commonwealth. Something goes wrong, everyone blames them. Easy to see why. Those early model synths of theirs strip whole towns for parts, killing everything in their way. Then you got the newer models, good as human, that infiltrate cities and pull strings from the shadows. Worst of all, no one knows why they do it, what their plan is, or where they are. Not even me. And I'm a synth myself. A discarded prototype, anyway.
You don't know anything about them? Really?
Some kind of security setting strips or blocks out those memories. And it's not just me. Any synth that gets trashed, left behind, or escapes the Institute has the same problem. Probably some kind of failsafe.
You're a prototype?
As far as I know. Never seen any other synth like myself. There's the older ones that are dumb as rocks and all metal, and there's the newer ones that are almost human. I'm somewhere in between.
Don't lie to me, Nick. You're one of them. They made you.
Yeah, I've heard it all before. You're a freak. You've got something to hide. Blah, blah, blah. But the truth is, people smart enough to build something like me are smart enough to cover their tracks, and arrogant enough to throw their unwanted trash into the Commonwealth to fend for itself.
Either way, I need to find Sean.
You're right. The speculation is getting us off track. Let's focus on what you saw. What did these kidnappers look like?
The man who killed my wife. He had a handgun. I didn't get a clear look at it. But that sound...
Could have been a large caliber revolver. Huh. I'm starting to get a clearer picture of the kind of man our perp is. Anything more you can tell me?
The woman was dressed in, I think it was a kind of hazard suit. The man had some sort of metal brace on his arm.
Maybe some kind of improvised armor? A lot of hired guns do that to look tough. The hazard suit is interesting. Not many mercs can afford something that fancy. What else do you remember about them?
I'll never forget that voice. Low and rough. Like sandpaper across her face.
Not much to go on, but a tough and commanding voice can get someone pretty far in the violence business. What else?
One of them came right up to me. Bald head. Scar across his left eye.
Wait. It couldn't be. You didn't hear the name Kellogg at all, did you?
I might have. Everything was foggy.
It's way too big of a coincidence. Ellie, what notes do we have about the Kellogg case?
The description matches. Bald head, scar, reputation for dangerous mercenary work, but no one knows who his employer is.
And he bought a house here in town, right? And he had a kid with him, didn't he?
Yeah, that's right. The house in the abandoned West Stands. The boy with him was around 10 years old.
It's Sean. It has to be. Somehow.
Don't jump the gun on me. You said you were looking for an infant, remember? That's over 9 years difference by my count. Look, maybe he has a son of his own. Maybe it's someone else's kid. Either way, they both vanished a while back. Let's you and I take a walk over to Kellogg's last known address. See if we can snoop out where he went.
Security doesn't really go to that part of town, but you two should still be careful.
I always am.
You've really gone through a lot, haven't you? Hope you and Nick find that monster.
Ellie?
You two be careful.
Heads up.
What can I do? Shoot.
Your thoughts?
Anything I can do? You just say the word.
I was just wondering where you and I stand.
You got nothing to worry about. We're good, Blue. Now what do you say we get back to making trouble?
Your thoughts?
Nice to see there are still some folks with sense in the Commonwealth.
Nothing else for now.
Okay.
Didn't want Ellie to hear this, but I think you should know. Everything I dug up about Kellogg before his disappearance? Bad news. He's more than just a mercenary. He's a professional. Quick, clean, thorough. Has no enemies, because they're all dead. Except you. But 9 to 1 odds says he's our man. More than just you identifying his distinguishing features. The MO is all him as well. Leading a small team to kidnap a baby and leaving one of the parents alive for later? Not many mercs in the Commonwealth can pull that off. Here we are. Keep an eye out, will you? See if I can get this open. That's one heck of a lock. Got something to hide, Kellogg? Why don't you give it a try?
Don't think I can pick this. Lock's really strong.
No luck? Guess we'll need to find the key. See that platform in the distance, near the city entrance? That's the elevator to the mayor's office. Why don't you go ask around there? I'll stay here and see if I can jimmy this lock.
Read all about it. Institute replaces people with machines. Are you next?
Heard you rescued Valentine.
Certainly, sir.
Scared the hell out of me. Nicky, he ain't like those.
This is what I like about you, Wellingham. You know what you are. Not trying to be anything other than helpful. Not like those people there. Lower field workers always want what they haven't earned.
Oh, an astute observation, sir. Let me just... I may have been programmed to serve, but in your case, I shall do so disdainfully. Let me know when you're ready to order.
Must you insist on speaking to me? You bore me. That's all there is to it.
Nice piece you got there. Just keep it holstered.
The mayor's receiving visitors as long as they aren't members of the press.
So I can just head in and talk to McDonough?
You can, but I'll warn you, he's not going to like you bringing that reporter into his office. You might want to ask her to wait outside.
Look alive.
Shoot.
Wait there.
Okay. I'll be here then.
Geneva.
Did you need something else?
Who do I talk to if I need to find a key to a house that's been locked up?
If you're talking about a property that the city has seized, we only have one on the books. Mr. Kellogg's old house. You'd have to ask the mayor directly if you want the keys.
I'll talk to the mayor then.
He set aside time to talk to petitioners all day. Best of luck.
Broke up with my girl. She kept the cap off the toothpaste. Know who does that? A synth.
Officer?
You cause trouble, there's gonna be trouble. Got it? Hope you didn't run into any trouble getting here. That bridge across the river. Super mutants use it as an ambush point. No loitering.
Ah, yes. I remember you. Our new arrival. I wish I was in your shoes, getting to see our glorious city for the first time. How can I help you?
A man named Kellogg used to live in this city. I need to search his house.
I see. Well, whatever reasons you have, I take my citizens' privacy very seriously. Even after they've left. I can't allow you to invade someone else's home. That's all there is to it.
I understand. You have rules. Maybe for the right amount, you can bend them a bit.
What? How dare you? I'm the mayor, for God's sake, not some thug for hire.
So that's it? You're not going to help?
Security is part of what keeps Diamond City above the petty squabbles and misfortunes of the Commonwealth. I can't betray that for anything.
Please, Mayor McDonough. This man Kellogg kidnapped my son. I need to find him.
I see. I'm sorry, but however horrible the crimes this Mr. Kellogg may have committed, your word alone isn't hard evidence.
Fine. Thanks for nothing.
I know it's disappointing, but I have to think of all the people of Diamond City, not just the needs of one person.
I'm sorry, but you're not getting that key from me. Why do you want it so badly anyway?
Please. All I want to do is find my son. The man who owned that house kidnapped him.
Well, you do seem like a sweet guy. All right. I'm just going to leave this key on my desk and forget I put it there. Your son's lucky he has a father like you. I hope you find him.
You're heading outside the wall. Might want to stock up at Commonwealth weaponry first.
Extra! Is your neighbor really human? We have the exclusive.